The consumer is ultimately defined as any person who purchases goods and services for their own personal use. Businesses can also be described as consumers for their own personal use as long as they abide by the Act and are not using those products for business gains, such as using the product for redistribution, manufacturing other goods and services, or using the goods for production.
Has this ever happened to you?
So it's 4,500 payable to the plaintiff.
Hey guys, I got a new phone.
Let's see.
It's broken.
Oh my god.
Every business who sells products that are usually for personal or household use, they must offer products to consumers which are fit for the purpose, match the descriptions and demonstrations given, and able to be legally sold. Those businesses must also make sure that consumers get their products at the agreed time that they've arranged and in acceptable condition.
What do you guys think I should do?
Why don't you call back the store? It should be covered under Consumer Guarantees Act.
The Consumer Guarantees Act applies to any business that sells a product for personal or household use. This includes trade resellers, pop-up shops, and small second-hand stores. The CGA, however, does not apply to people who hold garage sales or occasional auctions. The CGA is put into place to ensure that customers are getting what they're paying for. That means that any business or tradesperson has a quality guarantee for the product they're selling.
Can I borrow one of your guys' phones?
Yeah, sure. Hello, welcome to PB Tech. How can I help?
Hi. I bought a phone from you guys 20 minutes ago and I've opened it and it's broken.
Oh, sorry to hear about that.
Can I get a refund?
But sorry, we don't offer refunds on Apple products.
Contracting out is essentially a written agreement that a business does not have to meet the conditions and obligations of a specified act. Sellers can never contract out when selling to a consumer, and an attempt to do so is an automatic breach of the Fair Trading Act 1986. However, there are ways to contract out. Contracting out is only applicable for business-to-business transactions. In addition to this, both parties must be in trade, there must be an agreement that the CGA does not apply to the transaction, and the terms of the agreement are fair and reasonable. These requirements mentioned must be met, otherwise penalties will apply. Starting from the 18th of June 2014, a breach of requirements result in a fine up to $200,000 for individuals and $600,000 for companies.
Why not? Since I bought it for personal use, under the Consumer Guarantees Act, I should be able to get a refund.
If consumers are unsatisfied with the goods or services that they purchased, they have the right to go back to the store where they had purchased from and claim a refund, repair, or return of their product under the CGA. However, consumers have to make sure the CGA does not cover commercial products, real estate, or private sales.
Okay, let me just get my manager. 1 second.
Guys, it's taking so long.
Hey Jane, so I've got a customer on the phone and they've just explained to me that they've just bought an iPhone from here and she's just opened the box and the phone's cracked. She's telling me that apparently under the Consumer Guarantees Act that she should be covered for a full refund or a replacement.
Yeah, because we are a retail store, we're reliable for any damaged or faulty product. So tell her that she can get a refund or replacement.
Okay, no, it's there it is. Hello? Yeah, sorry about that. So under the Consumer Guarantees Act, you are liable for a full refund or replacement, so just come in store and we can process that for you. Sound good? No worries. Thank you. Bye.
It is imperative that small to medium-sized enterprises abide by the CGA so that they do not breach any laws. Many negative consequences are caused when small to medium-sized enterprises ignore the CGA, such as legal action, customer dissatisfaction, and bad reputations in the marketplace. Reputation is highly important when dealing with small businesses, as reputation is one of the main things needed to help a business grow and succeed. The CGA ensures that business practices are fair and that consumers are not being taken advantage of solely for profit purposes. Instead, businesses will trade in an environment where consumers are protected.
Know your rights.